You with it right here with who I started with. Me something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, Uno Central Coast mobbing suicide. Families arsonists. I step in the booth and cats. I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music. I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back. God morning, Raza. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Beautiful linda Raza. Do me a favor, just hit that like button one more time. Por favor, that's all I ask. That's all I ever ask, man. Not even a quarter, a nada. Hey, the like button is free, Raza. That's all I ask, man. I do it for the people. I do it for the gente. That's 100% undoubtedly true. As people are slowly trickling in right now, we're going to go ahead and recap what happened last night, man. It was a great town hall meeting. It went down last night at 6 o'clock. To be honest, at first I was like, chingado, man. I was like, I don't know if I was gonna catch it on time because I was coming from Aptos, California. I was coming to Aptos. I think I mentioned that on my live. I was leaving to Aptos yesterday to go look at a seller, have a meeting with a seller, right? Gorgeous property, Driftwood Court. I mean, gorgeous, man. Literally, man. Again, I said it yesterday. It was worth 2.6. I didn't know if I was going to come back on time, but gracias a Dios, I made it on time for the town hall. So, and then what do we got on deck? On deck this morning, we got paletas infused moonwalkers, premium flower concentrate keef, watermelon OG indica. It's my favorite brand, man. Either this or cookies, man. Shout out to Burner in Frisco. We're gonna recap what happened last night. Right now, gente. Maybe we'll do maybe 30-minute, 45-minute live, and then keep it pushing, man. I'm gonna be in San Jose, pretty much all afternoon, and then come back to mi beautiful familia after that. I'm gonna miss football today. The Lions game is a better one than the Chiefs. The Chiefs, okay, they'll probably smoke Texans right now, or they're smoking them maybe right now, but I'm gonna miss that one. The good games tomorrow, man. But I do want to watch the Lions tonight. Tomorrow, we're definitely gonna watch the Rams take on Philadelphia at Philadelphia, the number 2 seed. But anyways, first, before we get into anything, you already know what it is, beautiful linda raza. Let me go ahead and get the alpha brain going on, and then this is gonna be the recap to last night. Let's talk about certain comments that were said last night and what do you guys think about them? Because again, this is the Rasa's court. This is the Rasa's channel. I'm just trying to put it out there for the people. It was, I mean, someone needed to have these conversations. That way, the conversations can be had. We had a lame like Alvin, but that's why I had to remove him off the YouTube yarda because he didn't know how to act and have these conversations. And in the end, he threw in the towel because, of course, the people weren't worth his money. That's basically what he said. But anyways, all right, hold on, Hunter. Give me a second. Gracias, everyone that's trickling in. Where you're listening live right now or you're listening podcast style on the replay, please hit that like. You can go ahead and comment below your thoughts on anything we discuss. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to blow out the Texans, man. Cut it out. Anything going to happen over there. But anyways, I don't even think it's worth watching. Of course, if you're a Chiefs, you're watching or a Texan. So, speaking of that, we had how many Texans in the chat last night? We had 2 or 3 we had 2 or 3 gente from Texas last night, and then the rest 6 or 7 because there was only a maximum of 10 that could join the live. I wish there was a way to put more than 10, but unfortunately, there is not. All right, so last night we had P Dog, we had Si Se Puede podcast, we had Cholo Trucker. I hope I don't miss anyone. We had Nino America, we had Gnarly Vato, we had Big Joe Castro, man, the OG, the triple OG. We had Southtown SD, he was in the house. We had Mark Salinas, PYP Boxing. We had a full house, and then we also had people join on audio. So the takes were all different because everyone has a different perspective when it comes to immigration. You've seen the clips that I loaded. There were some controversial statements that were made last night. I'm going to mention them on this live. That way, anyone that's listening on the replay, at the point when I mention it, I'd like for you to drop a comment and let me know what you think. A lot of controversial statements were made last night. Like one uh, from mi hermano Cholo Trucker, who I respect, man. Have a tantamount amount of respect for this guy. I mean, it goes, his heart is bigger than his body. I keep saying that, man. And Cholo Trucker made a statement and said, "Hey, Holmes," the way he talks like a Chicano, he's Cholo Trucker. You can't take the Chicano out of Cholo Trucker, that's for sure, man. No matter what, till the casket drops through and through, he's gonna have Chicano blood flowing through his veins. And he said, "Hey, Holmes, if you don't like it, you should maybe want to be deported." I thought that was an interesting take when he said that because there are people who will shit on the United States. Again, I'm just speaking objectively, gente, as I always do. Did you see my face last night? You see me keep you saw composure. That's what you saw. You no one else would have been able to head this shit in the right direction unless composure was absolutely key last night. And I'm talking about just for me and in my positions. That's right, Nino America. I appreciate you, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. Um, Composure was key in order to facilitate different viewpoints. Cholo Trucker said a couple things that could ruffle people's feather, but in his own words, not my words, Cholo Trucker's own words, he doesn't give a shit, right? So he said, "Hey, Holmes, if you don't like it here, maybe you should want to get deported." That was one statement that I know could ruffle some people's feathers, right? Another thing he said, he goes, "Hey, if you don't pay taxes, you should be the one to get deported." That was another interesting take that I got last night. I'll give a little something that I remember from each and every single one. Nino America's in the casa. I appreciate you, my boy. You probably had more than one that I can name, but again, it's about getting people's opinions, gente. This is what it is. This is what's called a. This is what a democracy is. A true democracy. If you ever seen those movies like Gladiator, when Gladiator was up there, and we already know the son he was a piece of shit. You know, he had a black heart. When he's sitting there at the Rome, at the political council, and he's just spinning his sword. He's spinning his sword. He could care less what the senator is saying because he sees the senator as less than him, below him, and then he's forgetting he's overstating the fact that the people elected the senator. So the senator is supposed to be a representative of the people. And he said Brackus and whatever the fuck he said. So what I'm saying is that we have to want the people to give their voice, man. You got to stop trying to put a zipper on people's mouths, handcuffing people's hands. That's what they try to do with censorship on social media. That's exactly what was going to be done. Was the woke states wanted social media. You've seen Zuckerberg talk about it. The woke states wanted social media to only give out their thoughts, their beliefs, because they believed their beliefs were the right beliefs. That's classic socialism. You can't want that in the United States. You just can't, carnales. Even though I know we come from different countries and whatever it is, in the United States, you can't want that because our parents didn't want that. Our grandparents, when they almost died coming over here, they already knew that if they got over here, shit was gonna be good, man, in the beautiful United States. So because we're here also, we can talk like this. Because if we were in one of those pinchy countries, communist countries, me doing these lives, saying this shit, someone would have already been knocked on my door already. but I'll hold. Cholo Trucker said, hey, if all you're doing is complaining while you're here, shouldn't you want to be deported then? What do the people think about that? Let me go ahead and go into the comment section. Nino America, appreciate the super chat and I appreciate your presence last night, Cabron. Great job last night. You did keep your composure very well, Mikey. 2 more days. Here comes Trump. Absolutely. And people are asking for, Nino, they're asking for a part two. I have no problem bringing the part two. Who else is going to do it, right? O sea, gracias for the super chat, my boy. I appreciate you, man. God multiply that to tenfold. Right back to you, man. Tenfold. And to the family, whether it's in the physical or in the spiritual. You already know. Spiritual is more important, but the spiritual manifests the physical. We should do a part two. But what do you think about that? Or what do you think about, hey, they don't pay taxes, they should get deported? And that has no color line. That statement Cholo Trucker gave, you have to pay attention, had no color boundaries. That wasn't toward brown, white, black, red, purple, yellow. Nobody. Purple. Who the fuck is purple? Barney and shit. Only one purple is Barney. Um, Man, Cholo Trucker's gamed up, man. Very smart, very intellectual, witty. You know what? Everyone was in the panel, man. Everyone had a voice. Now, there was points of contention throughout the whole live. Yes, there was, man. The shit exploded maybe 5, 6 times. It was funny because the day before that, I just went over to the Central Committee, the here in Monterey County, because Karina Powers just got elected head of District 5. The day before that was the first time in my life I went to 100% political meeting with people that I've only seen their names on billboards. They're coming up to me, hey, Chicano, too. My workers watch you, man, and shooting the shit with them. I'm shooting the shit. That was the first time I seen it get out of hand like that in a long time. Of course, I've seen clubhouse shit, where it's everyone's screaming over each other, but I'm saying the night before is when I heard the people, and these were the 29. There was 29 elected. Everyone else was a bystander, but the 29 elected committee, they're the only ones that have a voice in the vote. I seen them. Hey, no, 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 no. Point of order. Point of order. Motion. Point of order. That's what was going on last night. But this is what's called seasoning. It's the personality on each and every single person that makes each person different. God didn't make no copycats, not one, not one since the beginning of time. Go ahead and look for that in the Bible. 100% down to the DNA, skin color, genetic, looking, facial copycat. He makes everyone unique for that reason. I appreciate you, Nino, for tapping in last. Okay, so let's go to Nino America. What did Nino? What did Nino America say? Well, he started pulling out the phones and he brought up this issue. No one brought it up until the point Nino America brought up this issue. And the issue is, what about the Americans that have been unalived by illegal aliens? What about them? They don't have a voice. They're not here anymore. Their families grieving and mourning, and lives were changed, altered forever. What about them? I thought that was I thought that was a good point. Good points were made down the line, man. Down the line. What about them? The families. This is what happens. People even know in the justice system, gente. That's why I get a little upset when I see these tough guys on the internet. Oh, I'm bad, and I got a tank top and blast it up or whatever, and I unalive somebody, but you're out here on YouTube talking on cameras, trying to act cool like an overgrown kid, talking about some loser shit. But I'll hold it. Every time before you got released, every time you went up to the board, the family usually would go to the board and say, okay, he's going to continue his life. What about my son? What about my daughter? I thought that was a good point, Nino. Thought that was a good point, way. Salute, 100% Chicano too, no matter like I know someone said that. Oh, I think it was Jay, Southtown, Texas, South Texas. I mean, and we know him as Risky, but Jay, I've been rocking with that name though. I like that Jay. Boom, Jay, South Texas. He's talking about an operation. Oh no, he was talking about uh someone else brought up the operation. I think that was Joe. Joe. Okay, I'll get to that. Joe Castro brought up the operation. That was a Great Depression, post Great Depression operation. Because gente, if there's again, this is the United States, okay? Before, of course, it was indigenous land. We're not going to get into all that, and then Columbus and whatever the story is, right? Okay. Um, so people get, they misinterpret who the natives are. I guess I said that to say that people misinterpret and want to still debate today in 2024 about who the natives of the land are. If whoever was on the land, the Güeros or natives, only had a piece of bologna for 6 of them to eat, how are they supposed to look at other razas? Fuck that. If we're already dying and starving, we're doing bad, man. The wars are costly, man. I heard half the males, almost half the males got hit in, was it one or two? I forgot which one that the damage was the worst. And then the Braceros program started, and they started to get some blue collar help from Mexico. Um, then he was talking about the operation, and they put them on trains, and they didn't even care if you were born here at the time, because this is like a world disaster, a world, um, what do they call it? I don't want to say the P word, what they called the C, but you know what I mean. It was bad, man. And you know what? Believe it or not, that's where we're headed. Mikey. Some people still want to say that we're in the best economy ever. I'll hope. Jay, South Texas. Just speaking of you, cabrons, you just reminded me of the points of contention last night. It popped off maybe 5, 6 times. Again, I'm not trying to hit the mute button. You know, there are lines, and I think it was a great meeting last night. I think a part two is merited. I think a part two is merited because Monday's inauguration. Now I think we're less than 48 hours away from 47, 45, 47. I've been seeing the hats. Now they're just putting all kinds of Roman numerals out, like fucking winning a Super Bowl and shit. 45, 47 is coming in on Monday. And there will be more reports of this now because, again, the media now has what they've been missing for 4 years, a motherfucker they hate. He'll give him a lot of content, man. Watch it just roll out, man. The content's rolling out, it's already started. He already stopped one war, and he hasn't even been in office yet, and he already stopped the fucking war. The guy stopped the war, and he's not even in office, man. But I'll hope. That's just reality. That's facts. That's not siding. Um, you seen last night. I give everyone a voice, and we're gonna have a part two. Now, let me just confirm that right now. So, what I need everyone to do is get your spot by just message me because I felt bad people couldn't get in. I kept getting this little alert on the upper. Did you see me looking at my screen on the upper left hand side of the laptop? I kept getting this alert. The studio is full. The studio is full. They're being requested in. And I feel bad. So I'll do better next time. I promise. Southtown's SD said, this is what Southtown said. He's in San Diego. Represents that whole region. We had Texas, San Diego, SoCal, Inland. Uh, everyone representing. He said, I seen them, Mikey, where they just get out of the vans. He said, and for sure, and again, I'm not knocking, I'm being factual here. Don't twist shit up. And he goes, and I hit him up, and there were Somali, Chaldean, which I don't even know where they're from. Where's Chaldea? And one other raza. So Southtown SD said last time, Mikey, nothing new. Just the numbers increased the last couple of years. Let me go back. Millionaires being made overnight and then drug dealers poisoning our people. You ain't lying, my boy. I mean, look at the land grab. People are saying it's a land grab. You got the guy Josh Altman just did an interview with TMZ yesterday. The Altman brothers, luxury real estate agents out of Los Angeles, heavy hitters, Beverly Hills and Santa Monica and OC. The Kings, right? He's saying he probably sold half of the Palisades. He's saying they're selling their dirt. They're selling their dirt. Ain't no one want to go back there, man. Knowing California dropped the ball and it was 100% mismanagement. And guess what? We keep voting the same pendejos in there. What do you expect? But all it's beautiful to praise it. Stay away, man. Bring it on. Bring Norby's too. Damn it, man. Amen, brother. Amen. The Bible. I know Risky was telling me last time. Risky. Here's a God. Here's a but see, it's not God you're quoting because it's a little G wave. Where's the capital G? No, where Risky said he goes, okay, let's talk about Jay, South Texas. What was something he said last night controversial? Well, he was saying you worship Jesus, why don't you go to Jerusalem? I seen Southtown SD too. He kept his composure, but Pinchy Southtown XD, he moved his face off the fucking camera, cabrón. I seen you cracking up last night, fucking Southtown SD. He moved his head out of the frame of the camera just so you wouldn't see him crack. He's clutched up, man. He's clutched up. At least you know they ain't got that on camera on me. Pinchy Southtown SD. But bro, this is what I say about that. This is what I say about that. It don't matter how Jesus came in my life, but the fact that he came in my life is what I'm really grateful for. That's it. It's a simple answer, way. You want me to get deep on you? Okay. Chicano tube ladies in the casa, I appreciate you, my boy. I have a voice too. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and people were in last night. Oh, that's why you didn't see 10 squares because it didn't put the audio people um they didn't have out of obviously an avatar or anything because it wasn't video. It didn't put their squares up, but that's why there was blank squares. But the audio people that were tapped in just to hear were at the bottom of the studio, and I could see them. Like shout out, si se puede. I'll get to him too. He was saying something that made it pop last night. Who was I on? Jay. Yeah. No, I already gave you the answer for that. Now, what else did he say? He said, "Oh, his plan would be an automatic for the people. I really don't know what specific people, the people that have ITINs, the people that pay taxes, the people that have been here certain years, the people that what way? People that worked 10 years, 20 years. Is there an age period? Because again, if the last 4 years, bro, it hasn't been Mexicans crossing that border. I might be the only YouTuber telling speaking the real on that, but I'll hold faith without word. He's throwing the Bible and shit. And then they'll quote on the Bible, he took them to the hilltops. He showed them all of Jerusalem and said, all of this can be yours if you bow down to me. My. Even he knew the word, man. He quoted it real good. I'm not going to say like the preachers, well, he goes to church. And I'm not going to say that like the preachers say that because I believe an anointed church with the power moving of the Holy Ghost ain't going to have like that nearby. And when they do, they usually just get cast out real quick. I don't want to get deep on y'all. Georgie, that's right. Mikey, do you agree that Mexico never did anything for the USA? A setup question like a motherfucker. This is a setup question if I ever saw one right here. This is a setup question. Mexico never did anything for the US. So let me see. At the point of history, boom, they lose the property. 30% of the Mexico becomes the United States. 30% of it, boom, it's gone. It's white. Now it's territory of the United States. Now, oh, well, what about the Bracero program? I mentioned that. Of course, people will always bring up of the blue collar jobs and the backbone, and well, those are facts too. Just like in the movie Mi Familia, he's traveling from the east side, crossing the bridges over on the west side, because on the west side, is where the nice houses are. So the braceros, yeah, that's one. That's one. That comes off the top of my head. Wait, could there be more? I say this, if maybe they wouldn't have took the land, me and the wife had date night in Rosarito a couple months back, then all of California would have looked like that, like old Mexican hacienda castles just off the coastline, you know. And maybe they were built out of different materials too, shit that wasn't so flammable. That way they don't just torch a whole coastline of houses and shit. America's laughing. I was kind of hoping the panel will go over those people. Oh man, there's a little bit of a power struggle right now, but it's under control. It's under control, man. A little bit of a power struggle. You got the rascal faction and the chemo faction. It's under control though. The consigliere says it. That's why. See, that's why I'm perfect for it. I just got to be observing, watching, thinking. More than saying. What about my people, American Christians? We're talking about Jerusalem, Israelites. What about my people, American Christians? I get what you're coming from. Mikey, you born in Mexico. I was an amiga, but I am a citizen. I have a citizenship over there. I did that primarily because after mom's passed away, for some property issues in Mexico. I wasn't a citizen, and then I needed to be a citizen. And it was a couple trips, man. I tried to do it at the consulate here. It was a nightmare. Plus, their appointments are too far. So I just had to drive myself, and I had to drive like 2 times by the border. Everything can be done by the border. So they send you the Mexican birth certificate. The only reason they could authenticate you is because they got your lineage, your bloodline, your data. They have all your information. They can trace it. They make phone calls. When I give them my information and the documents a second time, like my mom told me when I grabbed those documents, don't you lose these documents. I've had these documents. These are from before I was born. I was like, damn. Became citizen right away. So it says right there, Guadalajara, and it says Michoacan. That's where I'm from. No, you know what I mean. I'm joking around. Of course, I'm not born there. You know where I'm born. I'm born here in Salinas, amiga. Natividad Hospital, the heart of the Alisal. All right, 16 minutes left, you guys. I do for them. We protest. We demand justice. Risky made no good points. Oh, fuck. So I highlighted it already, so now I gotta read it, man. His shots. He's just shooting shots and shit, like a fucking archery. He grabs a bow, like Israel Adesanya. Remember when he grabs the arrow, and he grabs it on the archery thing, boom. After he lands the left hook, Risky made no good points. He probably don't even speak Spanish. Clown him on. Oh, there he goes, man. Now is he? Now he's gonna get an IG. I've been telling him to get an IG, or I would be able to send links because IG is just that platform where it's more messaging. Oh shit! I almost forgot. I got an announcement. Damn it! How the fuck did I forget? I got an announcement, gente. For the people that are in the live chat right now, if not, you're gonna have to catch it on the replay. Last night, Bakersfield Boxing hit the DM. I appreciate Bakersfield Boxing. Solid people over there put together a great thing that is going somewhere. Believe me. Bakersfield Boxing tapped in on the DM last night. I think we might as well just end it with this. This is a good one. And I'm going to be over there in Bakersfield. I was just speaking with Miss Chicano too, gente. Just talking with the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife. We're going to be over there at the end of the month, this month, not February, this month in Bakersfield Boxing. How about dropping some content? Let's vlog it, man. I'm going to vlog it, going to Bakersfield Boxing. It's going to be great. That's what we do. We're making moves, power moves and shower shoes. So, there you go, man. Online. And Irony Fisticuff says, Mikey, you should have a debate. Trump supporter online debunk his lies. Everyone's invited. Irony. You didn't see me The problem was I couldn't get them all in. That was the problem. I wish I held 20. But and then the audio, obviously, I can only control to a minimum. Hit the mute real quick just so someone can finish their sentence. And if I do, nadie se agüita. Everyone's a grown ass man. This ain't no personal shots and shit. Because I even had to do it sometimes. There was echoes coming in, I think from the audio lives where they need to reset. But anyways, that's the announcement. I'm gonna be at the end of the month. Stay tuned for the vlog from Bakersfield, California. And we're gonna see the chingazos, man. Damn, I'm thirsty. It's not raza coming over here. It's not raza coming over, but politics keep our name in their mouth. We escape goals. Aren't you tired of racial profiling? Yeah, of course. Wait, you want to hear racial profiling? Go back and listen to Carlos Montes interview. Carlos Montes was like Mundo, JD, and Santana in the beginning. And then they said, okay, we're getting beat down. And obviously it's a different time. Like in the movie Mi Familia, Shoot to Kill. And they killed him. But again, there was a body that did drop. I get it. The people that say eye for an eye. Scapegoats, yeah, the racial profiling. I get it. Wait. So someone said last night there was a federal order. That was you. That hadn't been adopted. Because there could be orders, laws made, but obviously, it's more regional than that. It's the people in the regions that call the shots. But you can't have Border Patrol come and you can't have ICE, and they don't operate together. They're separate. ICE is separate. The Border Patrol is separate. Separate. How they can go up there, though? They claim smuggling, but Cholo Trucker last night questioned that. Why? Because on the last night, we also read and showed that we dropped the paperwork last night. We dropped the paperwork on the CBP and their official statement why they hit Kern County. We read it last night. You didn't see it? Go back and watch the replay, cabrones. This is the replay. Post reactions to controversial things like Joe. Okay, Big Joe. He spoke his mind. He said, "Look, man, I'm fourth generation Chicano. I'm 4 generations in the U.S. I don't even know anyone from Mexico. But you can't tell me that these cabrones haven't been doing shit to us because we're brown. You can't tell me that. That's not my experience. I respect Joe. That's why he's the OG, the double OG. But triple OGs have to be like in their 70s, I think, by now, or 80s, no, or depending if when it started, right? All that other sweet shit. All right, what I miss? The trade between Mexico and U.S. Belong. It's the largest partner. Color TV. So you're saying the trade deal now can't be improved upon? Is that what you're saying? Like on Monday, we're about 36 hours away from a new president. Are you saying that this deal in 2022, there can be no better financial deals made starting Monday? Because they're going to renegotiate the Mexico-Canada agreement. And I kid you not, I'm going to go back. And if I think what's going to happens again, I'm going to find these little mercaditos in the barrios más humildes making triple their income because the policy helped them. Not the person that put the policy in place, but the policy helped him. But I'll hold. And that's not a shot, Don Rafael. I'm seriously just asking Don Rafa, no te agüites, way. You already know what it is. This is a Chicano street, way. Aquí no tenemos pelos en la lengua, way. But I already know what it is. So, but maybe I misunderstood your question and saying that was a bad thing. Good thing, bad thing. I kind of misunderstood you. Is True Musk in trouble over crypto scam already? You think he's dead? I haven't even seen that, bro. But obviously, if we just go based on the phones, we could go all kinds of different ways with shit, right? I haven't even seen that, to be honest. I haven't even seen that. What I did know is that he proposed some underground tunnels in LA to alleviate the congestion, putting out a new idea. I thought that was a good idea. But some people say that he's also just fucking one of the top elites running shit. They either want you to think he's good, they want you to think he's bad, but at the end of the day, he could be a plant, just controlled like a puppet. So I've heard a lot of things about that dude, man. You got a lot of money, it's a lot of power. Must never got in trouble over crypto. You know who keeps pushing crypto? Why is Si Se Puede, man? Si Se Puede always pushing crypto. Last night he was even pushing crypto, and he said 47 is going to push crypto. Well, as long as they don't eliminate, they're not going to eliminate cash, bro. Cash is tried and true. Is if it ain't on the wood, it's no good. Um, and you have to have smart enough management just to know that printing it never was the problem solver. Printing it wasn't going to do shit, but put us, I don't know even how many trillion we are in debt right now. Just remember, right now, January 20th, the debt, just mark that number down, screenshot it, and then let's talk about it in 4 years. How about that? That's what and I'm just basing to see uh what happened. Were we better off or worse? Says you all said apology. Oh, for Hollywood Squares last night? No, no, never that. Why? Because what I could have hit the mute all, but if you seen, I got 3-4 points across. Period. You saw where I was taking it. There was things I wanted to get reactions on. I wanted to get people's individual immigration plans in the end. Individual reform immigration plans. That was in the end. That was in the end. Controversial statements like the borders are the new one that's coming in says deport the whole family. Certain things I wanted to get, and you don't think that was gonna cost some shit, bro? Shit, that's like at the backyard party with the us starting shit. You know what I mean? We're gonna throw chingazos and shit, man. So 5-6 times they threw chingazos, but so what, man? Go back and enjoy it if you want. AGI, man. Google it. They're investigating him already. Damn, man. But his XRP is on a bull run. Damn, man. Stocks and trading, all of that shit. I should look into that, but I would say it's always real estate, people. From what the closest people around me and how they got it, and this shit's been around forever, man. It's buying land is the name of the game. Buying land. Some of these little vacant lots, I've seen vacant lots go for 250, 300. All of a sudden the city wants it because it just now they zoned it for something that they surveyed and said, okay, could be a good traffic location. And guess what you bought for like 250, all of a sudden we're making about 4 or 5 on it. Notice I said we. I'm just kidding. Okay, gotcha. I'm just good at what I do, man. I'm too confident, right, in what I do because I master my shit. My parents came here legally from Harlem. My dad joined the army in 74. Damn, man. Proud and certain. Citizen 88. Okay. Is that Reagan or is that Bush or whose administration was that? And Dukakis, all these 80s politicians. Cheney's retired from the army and the Gulf War veteran. Voted for Trump. Democrats play. So Hood Stocks the other day put in their IG story. It was a graphic and it was the Hollywood Hills that has the Hollywood sign on it. But instead of the Hollywood sign, it said Democrats did this. That was Lucky from Hoodstocks. Kick out on it. You want to get mad at me? Lucky from Hoodstocks posted on his ID. It might still be up right now. And it has the Hollywood Hills, and the sign says on instead of the Hollywood sign, the same font though, the same letters. It said Democrats did this, and I think it was on fucking fire, man. How about my bad about last night? It's all good, Harvey. It's either grown man shit, you're working, family time, bro. I get it. Wait, it's all good. Shits and giggles, bro. It's all it is. And California and LA. That's my mistake. We're broke. Well, I kind of just alluded to that a little bit with my last statement, because of course we're in a blue state. The fuck, we don't know reality. We don't know we're deep, like quicksand deep in a blue state. We seen 10 counties flip and Karina Powers, and we believe this whole thing could be changed, man. If people just get tired of being tired. Damn it. Probation officers, definitely good debate. It got heated times. Oh, okay, yeah, you saw it all, my boy. Of course, probation officers in the house, man. Appreciate you, probation. It got heated, but everyone got to speak their opinions. I tried to, man. P Dog, even the audio people, we got to pause and hear them out. And then, of course, the times of contention. Again, the day before is the first time I went to a political meeting, and I seen them yelling point of order, at least 7, 8, 9, 10 times in a couple minutes. And I said, okay, uh, this is not for everyone. This is not for everyone. This is not for the easily triggered. This is not for the people who are driven by their feelings. Not for the overly emotional. Absolutely not. This is where the big boys are. Okay. And yeah, I met Jeff Gorman. I was like, I seen Jeff Gorman, and I was like, este cabrón, I've only seen his billboards like the size of a side of my fucking house. You know what I mean? Ahí está nomás saludando al cabrón. I work bro, I'm not gonna say Paco's a sellout, or some people say that Paco's a sellout on Blood In, Blood Out because he became an officer. I'm not gonna say that. I have law enforcement too. Back the blue. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I had a cousin who got shot twice 30 days before his only sister. There's no, it's like him and his sister is like me and my sister. It's just two of us. I only have a sister. He only has a sister. Okay. We're about the same age. He's saying the cartel would come over, and when they need to bring un cargamento, a shipment, or a group of people, whoever they are, they're just people with backpacks. Let's just say that. They shoot when they encounter any law enforcement. And I have a cousin who caught 2 bullets, one through the neck, the lower neck by the collarbone, and one through the side. And the miracle God did in his life was he was able to dance with his only sister about 40 days later. So I'm not gonna say Paco's a sellout, man. I think everyone has their own journey, and you just fucking do your journey the best you can, man. You seen the memes I drop in the community page on YouTube. You see the memes I drop. I'm trying to level you cabrones up, man. And ain't none of this, oh, I'm on a horse or none of that. It ain't those kind of memes neither. Cause I ain't. Don Rafa. Damn, man. Shit, man. Do you think Musk is a part of that? Because he's a big player. Some people say the my bad. Yeah, so final thoughts. It's already 11 o'clock. The replay last night, the immigration one was good. It got heated, yeah. But you know, what happens when you get a bunch of alpha males in the room? These are alphas. These are yeah, and who you don't want a beta male to be a decision maker, or female. I'm not, the ladies too. You don't want a beta, do you? Or don't you? Nah, chale. So everyone last night, shout out to Si Se Puede, shout out to Cholo Trucker, shout out to Gnarly Vato, shout out to Southtown SD, Nino America, man. My brother Mark Salinas, thank you again. P Dog, I appreciate you, man. Southtown SD, Big Joe Castro. Hey, Joe was the OG last. He was just sitting there like, and he only spoke, when he needed to speak. Man, through and through, man. Shout out to Joe. He already knows what it is, you guys. But again, I ain't gonna watch this morning game. I think fucking the Texans are gonna get smoked. But I might watch the Detroit game, but I gotta head to San Jose for like a couple hours, man. I gotta be over there for at least 3 hours, man. But I'm out. I'm out, you guys. Last comments, and let me see. Oh, here we go. This person was reflect on the whole department. Bad apples. We could talk about that. Hey, this conversation never ends, cabrón. It's a continuous conversation, so it's never gonna end, and we'll pick that up where we left off. All right, I'm out. I appreciate you, Raza. Enjoy your sábado. Tomorrow, it's on for that Rams game. My brother-in-law wants to cook. He says either the disco, maybe some agujitas, maybe some tripas. Something's gonna be on deck tomorrow. I'm out, you guys. Remember what I always say? Risky business sounds like he doesn't. Cholo Trucker said a controversial statement. Cholo Trucker said last night is, I'll end it with this. A controversial statement he said last night is, well, if you just hear complaining about the United States, shouldn't you want to be deported? Remember what I always say? Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.